Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hey nerds, welcome back to another video on Nerd News. I'm going to say Danny O'Neill. So yeah, fuck. Okay, I butchered that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey nerds, welcome back to. Let us go right into the fucking video. 3, 2, 1. Hey nerds, welcome back to another video on Nerd News. I'm going to say Danny O'Neill, and today what we're gonna be doing is Flash Rebirth, and this is the Jeff Johns version, not the 2016 version of DC Rebirth, but this is the one, I forget what year it is. I don't think it says. Does it? No, it does not. Okay, so let's get right into it. If you want me to do more graphic novel reviews or just one certain comic review of a certain story, I have a big collection over here. I have new Suicide Squad, New 52, the New 52 Flash, The Flash is Season 0, which is based off the Flash TV show, a lot of Flash stuff, Blackest Night, the Death of Superman storyline, Robin, so I have a lot of things of graphic novels, and I have a lot more comics. So let's get right into this. So, we start off in the season. Now, a little back for this. Spoiler, but not really a spoiler because it was like, I don't know how many years ago, like 20. Flash died in Infinite Crisis, but he didn't die. He was in the Speed Force, and he got out of the Speed Force. So this is a little prior knowledge. So then we, in the crime lab of Central City, and we see a bunch of lightning rod with a lightning bolt at the end of it by some guy, and it's slit their throats. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. Yeah. And next, shit. I'm gonna have to cut that out. Yeah, yep. And then on the next few pages, you see a guy get struck by a bolt of lightning, and then he turns into a black demon fucking thing. The guy that had the rod. So that's pretty cool. And then we get some dialogue of the Flash is returned to Central City. So that's pretty cool. And then like the Rogues are not happy about this. You see them right here. They're not happy about this. And there's a parade, the Flash parade, and then we see Barry go to the Flash Museum. And then we get some Jay Garrick stuff on Earth 2, celebration for Barry, and then we see some Wally West, who was the current Flash at the time because Barry was gone, talking to his kids, who do not have speedster powers. One has inchangeability, and the other one has super strength. So yeah, at Titan's Tower, not Teen Titans Tower, at Titan's Tower, which is different. So then we see Bart Allen, which is the Kid Flash at the time, with Teen Titans, sent a party for them, and then Iris West having another party. So a lot of parties that Barry has to get to in a short amount of time, but he's the Flash, so he can do it. So then we see Barry at Flash Museum saying a lot has changed, and then we see Hal Jordan, which is pretty cool, because Hal Jordan is Barry's best friend. I would say best friend, yeah. And then we see a lot of stuff, just Barry walking through the museum and seeing a lot of things that Bart has done, a lot of things that Wally has done. And then we get to Ohio, which is like in a cornfield, and we see a bunch of kids run to the house, and then there's a tar pit, and then they decide to follow it. Bad idea. Just dumbass kids. So then they get to it, and then they see, they poke a bat with a skeleton body. I mean, it is Ohio. It is the South, so, sorry. And then we see the Black Flash symbol, and if you don't know, the Black Flash symbol is the death of speedsters, which is like the Grim Reaper of speedsters, and like he kills speedsters, sorry. So then we see Flash going through the Rogues Gallery, sorry I had to say that, which is basically statues of all the enemies the Flash has defeated or has seen. So then we see, so then Barry's trying to leave the Flash Museum, and Hal says, "Where are you going?" Barry is like, I have to go. There's not enough time. He's like, you have to join the parties. He's like, I can't. I'm not back for long. He's like, and then sorry, Hal is saying where you're going. He's like, I can't tell you. So then we see a flashback of Barry's childhood going to his house of the day of his mother's murder because of murder. Because if you don't know, Barry's mom was murdered. So yeah, and then we see Flash just running and running, and then we see his hand stick out of him. Oh, and if I didn't mention before, sorry, apologies. Before, Barry was talking about a Savitar, one of Wally's evil speedster enemies. And if you didn't know, Flash, Savitar fact, that Savitar has a cult, and it's called the Cult of Savitar, which is people basically worshiping Savitar. And he's like a speedster who studies. He's like Max Mercury, but evil, basically. He studies new abilities, how to get faster, and new like abilities that can help him with speed. So then, and he's actually stuck in the Speed Force right now. So we see Barry running, and then out of his symbol we see a hand pop out. Kind of weird. And then, who is it? It's Savitar. And that's kind of weird. So then we see Barry try to stop Savitar, of course, because he's evil. And then once Barry touches him, like, Savitar turns to dust. And then once Barry touches him, all the speedsters on multiple Earths, Wally West, Jay Garrick, Liberty Bell, Bart Allen, even Wally's children who don't even have speedster powers are shocked. Like, they're just shocked. So now that's issue 1, which is pretty sick. So issue 2, we see some drawings of Gorilla Grodd drawing pictures of all the speedsters. I'm sure that pain is monkey shit. But anyway, then we see one of Savitar's cult members saying what happened, and then she saw a vision about Savitar dying, and she just, I think she was a lover of his. Yeah, who would not want to get with a speedster? God, that kills people. So then, Hal Jordan comes over. He's like, what happened? Barry's like, I don't know. So then, Barry just keeps running. He has a flashback of his mother's death again, and then he has a flashback of the crime lab of his past life. Well, not past life, but before. And then it's just a bunch of dialogue there. And then we see him meet Iris West for the first time. And then she compliments him on his bow tie. And then she asks him out on a date. And then that happens, and then Barry gets struck by a bolt of lightning. He forgets about the date, and then we just go on to present day. So that's kind of weird. But then we see Iris talking to the police chief and telling him Barry's coming back after all these years. And everyone thought that Barry was dead, but he's not actually. Everyone that wasn't a superhero thought Barry was dead. So regular people. And the police chief knew that Barry wasn't dead somehow. So then they made up a fake story that Barry was in protective services. I forget the name of that service. I'm so sorry. But so he runs in there and just says hello, and then he leaves. He talks to Iris about a lot of stuff. He has some memories about his dad dying in prison, killing Reverse Flash, and then he's like talking to Iris saying, I can't stay. And then Iris is like, why? And then we get a call from Wally saying Jay and all the speedsters got hurt. Liberty Bell got hurt, but to a lesser extent because the Speed Force isn't like, well, it is in her system, but not as good as Wally or Barry. So then they also go to the tar pit that the kids were at earlier, and it's actually Barry's hometown. I guess they moved to Central City. So then they get attacked by that a cult member of Savitar's who is a speedster, but very slow speedster compared to Barry. And then once Barry touches her, she turns to dust. So then we see Barry is the new Black Flash. So that's a big cliffhanger. And then we see on the next cover of the page, Superman and Barry. So yeah, and then we have some dolls of all the speedsters, which is weird, but it's definitely abracadabra. And then we get some Liberty Bell with looking at the statue of his father and mother, Johnny Quick, and the other Liberty Bell. And then we see a flash, sorry, I had to do that again, of lightning, and it's Johnny Quick talking to Liberty Bell, saying the speed formula, and then that happens, and then we come back to where Barry and Wally are, and it's every, two or one hero's trying to, they closed off Barry, into a cell, so that he can't hurt other speedsters. It's not like Barry wants to do this, but just safe measures. Actually, Barry asked to be put in there. So then Bart comes, Iris comes, tries to talk to him, and then flashback. Wow, I'm going to be making a lot of puns. To Barry's first date with Iris, and then Barry's saying run, run. And then Barry breaks free of the cage. Hal tries to stop him, with his Green Lantern powers, but can't make... Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. So, Hal closes Barry off, like Barry said to, and then he tries... And then Barry says, drop me, and Barry just starts running. And then we see some of the black come off Barry's costume, and it looks like the speedster powers... the Black Flash powers are going off Barry. So then we see a picture of Superman trying to race Barry and saying, I'm not going to let you do this. We've raced before. And then Barry says, those were for charity, Clark. And zooms off like a freaking bam. Bam. Fucking, God, I can't speak today, I'm sorry. So then he just keeps running and running, going through time, well, not going through time, just remembering stuff about earlier that day, about breaking Reverse Flash's neck, Wally West, Iris, more the chemicals that were poured on him, his dad's death, and then he runs so fast he goes into the Speed Force. And then he sees Max Mercury and Johnny Quick, and if you didn't know before, Max Mercury and Johnny Quick were pronounced dead, but they were actually stuck in the Speed Force. So, and then Barry touches... Wait, does he touch him? No, he does... Actually, no. Johnny touches Barry, and then he turns into dust, like Savitar in Savitar's Farley. But then we find out at the end of issue 3 that everyone behind this is... The person that is behind this is Reverse Flash, which is fucking awesome. Which is weird because we thought he was dead. Apparently he's not. So Reverse Flash is just explaining to Barry why he did this and what's going on. And but then we see him with this lightning rod. Now that looks familiar because that's the one that killed those people in the crime lab. So that's kind of weird. So then we, he's saying why he did this and then what happened in between his death and now. And it's basically, apparently he created his own Speed Force, but it's a negative Speed Force. So it's consuming Barry's Speed Force. A lot of Speed Force. And he was the one that turned him into Black Flash, her and his friends and family. So then we see Wally running to the Speed Force. That's just an awesome picture. And then we see Linda, which is Wally's wife, with the 2 kids. And then we see his daughter run down the stairs, angry. And we see Reverse Flash there. God damn it. He's gotta ruin everything about families. So then Barry and Wally and Max Mercury are still stuck in the Speed Force, and it's all about how a lightning rod brings someone back from the Speed Force. That's how Wally was able to escape it multiple times. Barry was able to escape it because a lightning rod is someone that you love dear, and that you love dear, that keeps you whole, that keeps you grounded. Barry has Barry has Iris. Wally has Linda, but no one else. That's why Johnny was not able to get out of the Speed Force, because he wasn't grounded. He did have his wife Liberty Bell, but they left before he went into the Speed Force. They left each other, and Max never had anyone, so that's why they were never able to leave the Speed Force. And then as they're in the Speed Force, Liberty Bell is getting struck with electricity, and she just says the formula, Johnny Quick's formula, speed formula, and it's like 3x2 parentheses 9yz 4a equals question mark, and then it's just a bunch of that, and then Max is explaining to Barry that he created the Speed Force, but every step he takes, he creates the Speed Force gets stronger. So then Linda comes downstairs with the Reverse Flash, holding Wally's daughter, and then he saying that the kids are in knots because they don't have the ability of the Flash powers, the Speedster powers, so he untangles the knots, so to speak, and Jay comes in, and Bart, like a vamp, and like decks him, and then we just see Wally, we see Jay and Bart find the Reverse Flash, but then we see Barry, Max, and Wally trying to escape. Jay catches on fire, not that important. So then they escape, and then we see Max come out of the Speed Force, and Wally and Barry, and then Liberty Bell figures out the formula. So everything's going good right now. And then it's everyone attacking Reverse Flash. Wally, Jay, Barry, Max, and Bart against the Reverse Flash, which is so cool. And this is the last two issues, guys, so hold on there. Then we get some flashbacks of Barry's life. I don't think I have to show you that. Still some flashbacks, not important. And then we see Barry find the Reverse Flash. Jay does like a sick throw and hat toss. And then we find out that Zoom taught Reverse Flash a little trick. And if you don't know what that means, when the Reverse Flash, Zoom, did this, it always slowed down time. So, I guess Reverse Flash has that ability now. So now we go back to Linda with the kids like getting struck by electricity, and then the daughter is like, "I'll help my brother" or something. I can't really explain it. And then she touches him, and he stops getting electrocuted, and she's unconscious. And then Liberty Bell comes in and fixes her. How does she fix her? Yeah, sorry. So it's girl power, because they both come in to join the fight. And then, this is a line from this. "Everyone stick closer and picture your uniform in your mind. What are you doing, Wally? A little trick I learned with the Speed Force. It's easier than keeping your suit in a ring, and it'll give you one hell of a pick-me-up." So then we see a huge 2-page picture of everyone having a new costume. Liberty Bell is now called Jessie Quick because she has Johnny Quick's powers. Max Mercury didn't really get a new outfit. Bart didn't get a new outfit. Barry didn't get a new outfit. Wally got a new outfit because it's a little darker. The reason why he did that was because Barry's back and he is the main Flash now. Then we got Wally's daughter, who is now Impulse, and Jay didn't really get a new outfit. So yeah, a lot of stuff. This has to be one of my favorite graphic novels in general, but one of the best Flash graphic novels ever. So then Reverse Flash then says to Barry, I was never able to kill you because if I killed you, then I would never become the Reverse Flash. And you were wondering why you're... Have you ever noticed when you were a kid that your dog ran into the middle of the road because the door was unlocked, or why you fell down the stairs that one day and no one was behind you? I did those things. So he killed Barry's dog? That's just messed up on so many levels. And then he admits to killing Barry's mother, which is so huge. And then Barry just goes full on rage mode. And then we see Barry saying, if I, if I just, think of Iris, everything will be okay. And then as Barry's saying that, Reverse Flash says, as long as I kill Iris, everything will be alright. And then, we see Barry, chasing the Reverse Flash through time, and then the Reverse Flash is just saying, if I kill Iris, everything will be alright. And then we just get pictures, little like strips of Iris that night of Barry's first date with her. And then we just get moments in time while Barry is running, and Wally is there. I don't know why, and then we see Reverse Flash about to kill her. But then Wally and Barry come and just kick his ass. They just keep running, beat him. So far, nothing. And then they chase him back to main time, go into that little tube that Barry was trapped in before when he was the Black Flash, and trap him there. And then he gets electrocuted. Nope, he's not dead. He gets chained up. And then he left the lightning rod there, and Iris says, "What in the world is this?" And it's that deadly lightning rod. And then we see this Flash Day with all the Flash people. And then we see Professor Zoom, Reverse Flash, Gorilla Grodd again. The Rogues are coming back to town, which is cool. So, and then Iris actually kept the lightning rod from that night. Pretty cool. And then welcome back Barry. Another party for Barry from the Justice League. And then on the last page, sorry I'm late. So Barry did decide to stay at the end of the graphic novel. So yeah, that was the graphic novel. Sorry that I didn't really get the chance to do everything of this graphic novel. I know I had to do it short though. So yeah, let's just get into it. This is my review of it. I love this. This is, I must say, my favorite graphic novel ever out of my series of reading Batman, Green Lantern, a lot. But this is just my favorite. It gives you not a history, but a starting off point to start reading the Flash comics. It gives you a little bit of history about everything the Flash has been through, everything the Flash will go through, all of his enemies, a lot of enemies of certain people, and what has happened since Barry has left. It's a very emotional comic. If you're a Flash fan, I love it. It's so well done. Jeff Johns, if you were watching this, which you're probably not, you did a great job. And I love it. So yeah, I can't, I'm going to do a 10 out of 10 system, and I'm going to say 10 out of 10. Nothing really went wrong with this. I don't really like how they discarded the Black Flash that was there for a second and then it was gone. So yeah, that was kind of weird, but yeah, I'm just not really going to say anything about this. But if you ever want to read this fully, it's such a good comic. I highly recommend it. If you ever want to get into the Flash, watch the Flash TV show on Netflix, also on the CW. Read this. Get a New 52 Flash, but Flash is such a great hero, and just seeing him go through a struggle like this and his entire family, it's great to see. but I love it, and I love how it's like from the point that he got out of the Speed Force to now, and it's so well done. I love it. So yeah, that's the end of my video. Sorry it's a little long, but had to do it. So yeah, that's the end of my video. This is Nerd News signing off.